our clearing turn, so we're basically clearing to the left because that's going to be our maneuver space there.
Good morning, boss.
And again, we meet the criteria of the altitude away from the airways and sparsely populated. So if you would, I'll go ahead and take the controls.
Your controls.
All right, my controls. And go give me a little nose down trim.
Nose down trim.
More nose down. More nose down. More nose down. More nose down.
3 miles.
More nose down.
4,000.
There you go. That's good. Okay, so and the minimum airspeed for this is about, probably about 140 is good. You can do it slower, you can do it faster, but we'll start with like 140. So what's our airspeed right now?
150.
150. Okay, good. So we're going to go back to level flight, and we're going to aggressively roll to 60, and then we're going to pull with back stick, and just kind of target keeping that nose on the horizon like it is right there. And then when it comes time to roll out, we just unload the airplane and aggressively roll back to level flight. Right. All right, so that's our steep turn.
Yep.
So your controls.
My controls.
And you're flying. And if you want to do one of those to the right, you are clear to the right.
Okay, so nose down.
Approach.
Accelerate to 140. 140, 60 degrees.
Very nice. Maybe just pull a little bit more than the nose is dropping right there. So pull more, pull more, pull more, pull more, more, right about there. Yeah. And go ahead and recover.
Recover.
12113. Straight in for 3.
Right, easy day. So obviously at the higher bank angles like that, then we can climb up a little bit, and we'll do a left-hand clearing turn for the loop here. So if you want to just do a nice gradual turn while you're climbing.
Currently 12 o'clock and 1 5 mile.
So very nice. Any questions on the steep turn?
So my only question was,
November 9 Tango Charlie, right there.
what am I trying? There's no VSI here, right? So it's all by feel?
Nashville Airport, you are
Yes, and the way to get that feel is to look out at the nose and kind of see where it intersects the horizon.
Okay.
So once you're established in that turn, pick that nose attitude cutting through the horizon as a reference point, and then use backstick as necessary to hold that.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what I said on that card. Was it loop next or the roll?
Next to the was a roll.
Okay. All right, so we've just done a nice clearing turn here, so my controls.
Your controls.
Okay, and so this is going to be a little bit different from how we would do a competition roll.
Yes,
What's our, okay, yeah, I came out a little.
You're 90 knots at the moment.
Okay, so we're going to dive for airspeed.
November 7598.
Then I'll just talk through it as I do it here. So Mount Monadnock is a good visual reference. Tell me when we get to 150.
You are 140, 150.
Okay, so we're going to go back to level flight here momentarily. Then we're just going to pull the nose up to about 45 nose high. I'm going to just relax the back stick, and then we just shove the stick all the way over to the side. And look how easy that is.
Wow.
But it's important that we get the nose high like that because we're not doing anything to compensate for the nose dropping as we go through the roll. Your controls, by the way. You have the controls.
My controls.
Okay, now let's do a clearing turn back to the right. So if we don't get the nose high, then we're going to be very nose low when we recover, and the airspeed is going to be building. So getting the nose high is a critical success factor for this. And we're starting at 150. If you take a real long time to get the 45 nose high like that, then we're going to bleed a lot of airspeed. We're going to run out of energy. So, get the nose up. You don't have to do it like super aggressively, but, at the same time, don't dawdle. Yeah, don't dawdle.
All right. So I may need some help on how high. I don't have a good visual judge for 45. I'll try to remember it.
I'll tell you when. All right, let's, what's our altitude, by the way?
We're at 3,500.
Let's do me a favor. Let's do a clearing turn to the left. In fact, we'll do this towards, let's do it all the way back towards Monadnock. I just don't want to get close to that housing area back there. So keep coming to the left until you see Monadnock, then we'll roll out and do the maneuver there.
All right.
Morning, Boston. This is Cessna 627.
Sky 2167, Boston departure, good morning. I didn't say altitude.
And also, when you go full left or right stick, whichever way you want to go, make sure, don't snap it over there. Just smoothly put it all the way to the stop. You want to feel that it won't go any further.
Okay.
November 2167, radar contact 2 miles north of
Yeah, so there's Monadnock.
012.
Okay, so there's Monadnock. We go level.
3012.
Then we dive for 140, 50.
Yep. Tower 133.2.
140. 150. Pull up to 45.
All right, yep. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Right there. And relax and stick all the way over. All the way over.
That's correct. 67 is inbound for touch and goes.
Yep, so we kind of ran out of energy there, and that was at, we felt that, but everything was fine because we're about 20 degrees below the horizon, so we ran out of energy, but then we got it back really quickly.
Okay.
How easy was that, huh?
That was pretty cool.
All right, so the next is going to be a loop.
November 21.
So again, my controls.
Your controls.
All right, so this is going to be the highest G maneuver we're going to feel all day. So again, you may want to think about doing a little bit of G straining. So we'll get to about 4, so we'll see. If you start, graying out a little bit, then you can just kind of bear down and squeeze the muscles in your lower legs, and that should help you not gray out. But 4G should be pretty comfortable. Good morning. All right, so the same thing, we're going to dive for airspeed, just like all these maneuvers, because we're in a pretty power-limited airplane.
100, sorry, 140, 150.
Okay, and I'm going to pull the level flight, and now look where I tell you to look as we do this. So we're G meter right now, we're looking for about 4G. Now look to the left wing, look at the sighting device, now look straight over your head, look at the opposite horizon, and now we're looking straight forward, and we're doing the recovery.
Holy cow.
And if you thought that little burble, that was us having a mid-air collision with our wing turbulence there. Right. So that was a good loop because we started and finished co-altitude.
Okay.
All right, your controls.
My controls.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right.
Okay. All right, let's, again, just to stay in the working area, we'll do a clearing turn, right or left. And then whenever you're ready, you can, once we go through the 180 clearing turn, you can start setting up for the loop.
Okay.
So right about 3.5 G was our peak on that loop.
Okay.
So that's sort of our target for the entry. Most people have a tendency to be a little soft, to start out with too low of a G, and that could mean that we run out of energy on top of the loop. So you really want to work on getting right to at least 3, 4 is ideal, 3.5, somewhere in there.
All right, so we're headed to mid-ADNOC, straight and level. So dive for 150. That's 150, momentary level.
Good.
And pull through.
That's about 3.2, so a little soft, but you're doing okay. And now look forward. And then just hold the stick where it is, and it's going to settle out into about a 3.5 G recovery. Ooh. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, so you could have had a little bit more back stick.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Did we turn the fuel pump off?
Oh, no.
Yeah, fuel pump off, please.
Fuel pump off.
All right, so after takeoff, checks are complete. Alrighty, so I didn't look at the hobs either. I think we were like, was it 0.6? So we've been up for a 0.3 now?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's right. All right, so we have so now let's just, you kind of play around and do each of those 3 maneuvers, the steep turn, the roll, and the loop as you like.
All right.
And when you're ready to do the spins.
All right, so let me do an aileron roll.
Care 6, descend and maintain.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to line up on mid-ADNOC first.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to dive for 150. That's 140. That's 150. Momentary level. Bring it up to the 45. And to the right.
Okay. All the way over.
All the way over.
Piece of cake. So for competition, they actually don't want you to pull the nose up high before you do that. So then you have to start using rudder and forward stick.
I see.
I always like to introduce it the first time you do it, just to get used to doing it as that nose high technique, because it's just so much simpler. And it's also, I think you can see it's a very gentle and nice and easy maneuver.
Yeah, it's not bad. Easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I'm going to try one more of those to the left, if that's all right.
Alrighty, yep, I'm ready.
Okay, so dive for 150. .140, 150, momentary level up to the 45, pull over.
Really nice. A little bit lower energy as you were doing the roll, but again, because we had the nose up high and we recovered nose low, it built the energy back.
All right, do you want a clearing turn to get back where we were?
Yeah, let's do a clearing turn left or right. You're clear right.
November 759er.
Nice day to fly, huh?
Contact
That's beautiful out.
125.05.
125.05 for 98 Quebec.
Lost departure flagship 3882 through 2000 to 3000.
Alright, let's try a loop, so we can go into stalls.
Radar contact, climb maintain 1.
Alright, just gonna line up on the base.
Climb maintain 1010,000, flagship
Alright.
3882.
Dive for 150. 140. 150. Momentary level off. Full hard.
Yeah, better. That was about 3.5. Now look up, look at the opposite horizon. And now forward to concentrate on the recovery. And you know, that's starting and stopping from level flight. That's actually a competition thing. You know, aerodynamically, there's no reason to do that. You know, you could just dive for airspeed and go straight into the loop. But you know, again, the syllabus that we teach at East Coast Aero Club is all geared towards competition aerobatics. So.
Okay. So clearing turn to the right.
Good.
I didn't look first.
Yep, you're clear right. Good. Why don't you do one more of whatever you want to do, and then we'll climb up and start. We'll do a couple spins.
I think I'll just go from spins from there. I think that's enough on the G's.
Yeah, what's our altitude?
Altitude's 37.
All right, let's climb up a little bit more while we talk about it. And this is a good area to do the spin right here, so we'll just kind of stay anchored. So as you're climbing, we just do a big clearing turn. So to review, once we're going to pull the power to idle, wings level, and just decelerate into the spin. So as you decelerate, no, you don't need to do it yet. We can keep climbing. So as you decelerate, you're going to keep the nose up so we don't lose any altitude. So the nose is going to go higher, higher, higher. And we want to cheat the spin a little bit by, we don't want it to stall before we put in the full pedal in, but if it does, we can get into a spiral in this aircraft.
Sorry, you don't want it to stall before what?
Well, so the requirement for a spin is that you have a stalled wing and auto rotation established. So stalled wing and yawing flight. So as soon as we hear the stall horn, I want you to go simultaneously full left pedal and full aft stick, or right pedal. Full pedal and full aft stick as soon as you hear the stall horn. And just watch the outside world, and we'll go through one full rotation of the spin. After it goes through one full rotation, you're going to recover by opposite pedal, stick neutral, and then pedals neutral. So say that back to me. Opposite pedal, stick neutral, pedals neutral.
Opposite pedal, stick neutral, rudders neutral.
Rudders neutral, okay, exactly. All right, so that's the entry, that's the recovery. And Monad knock is probably a pretty good visual reference, so if you're ready, you go to idle.
Okay, going to idle. Are you doing this, or am I doing this?
Oh, that's right. We did talk about a demo. Are you comfortable just doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on the controls with you.
Okay. All right, so holding the stick up.
Yeah, just because we lose altitude during these, it takes time to climb back. Hey, there you go. So full pedal, and yeah, nice and centered. That's it. Now looking for Monad knock. There you go. Start your recovery. Whoa. What the? Easy day. Now try and say that recovery out loud to help reinforce that.
Okay.
And you see how you're doing kind of a rolling pull right now?
Yeah.
So there's an aerodynamic reason why you don't want to do that. So you go back to full throttle and climb back up. So when you're doing the recovery, we're still very high angle of attack. And if you do a rolling pull out, then one wing is going to be higher angle of attack than the other. Right. But there's potential to just snap it right back into a spin. Right. So you want to get the wings nice and level and then do a symmetric pull back to the horizon. There's another reason why you don't want to do rolling pull-outs, because it makes me sick.
Doesn't do much for me either.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm always a little timid with these spins.
Yeah, that was excellent. I mean, very nice there. You could see that, I think we went about a rotation and a half, and the rotation rate started picking up there.
Yeah, it felt like 3 to me.
Yeah, so if you want to take this one a little bit longer, and we can see that the rotation rate will come in, we'll go faster.
Yeah.
And again, try and say that recovery procedure out loud so it just becomes, second nature to you.
Right. Okay. All right, we'll try another one. You ready?
I am ready.
Okay. Throttle back to idle. Kick back.
Welcome for Sky 2439 Zulu 3000, level direct Nashua.
Left rudder full aft. Spin.
Nice clean entry.
Turn to an opposite rudder. Neutral on the stick, neutral on the pedals.
Going up, Carmen to 14000.
Going out.
Very nice.
Throttle. Okay.
November 2439er Zulu Boston approach to the Nashua altimeter 3014 Lima.
All right, I think that's good.
In sight for the visual.
What, good for the day, or?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and hit the flip-flop, go back to CTAF.
Hold up on
Okay, back on Pittsburgh.
Down 130 Tom.
All right, and if you...
Yeah, we're a little high.
That's all right. Go all the way to idle.
It is.
For traffic, Capline 7145 Gulf is on the left downwind 432. We're a little bit high at 1700.
What you do is just as you start that left base turn, you can have some right rudder and just do a slipping turn to left base.
On the upwind for runway 32 Pittsburgh.
Well, let me just extend the downwind a little bit.
Do it. That'll work too.
Easier. Just for me. Okay, coming back with a little bit of power. Not going to take much, is it?
Well, let's go landing checklist. So fuel pump on.
Fuel pump is on.
Mixture full rich.
Mixture full rich.
Prop full forward.
Prop is full forward.
And wheels are down.
I hope so.
And landing checklist is complete.
Okay. Pittsburgh traffic, Capline 7145 Gulf, left base 32. Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, White Champ 1060 Echo is going to be turned left crossing over Charlie for runway 32 Pittsburgh.
So you wanted to be 80 about here?
No, about 90 still.
90 still, okay.
Yeah.
Finals 80, 70 numbers.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're kind of a long final, so you can hold 90 until we get in a little closer.
All right. Clear on the right.
Clear on the right.
Pittsburgh traffic, Capline 7145 Gulf is turning final 32. Pittsburgh.
Wow.
I have the camera on to get your landing on tape here, so you gotta make it good.
All right, tail wheel down. It's going to be interesting.
Well, right here.
We're on 80.
I'm on the controls with you, so.
All right. Coming back on throttle.
And probably one of the most critical things, I guess lots of critical things, but make sure we're lined up straight down that center line, so pedals as needed.
Yep, so far we're lined up.
And if there's any
75, a little bit of throttle.
Man, these trees are high here.
Yep.
Right, looking really nice.
Okay. Off to, down to idle.
This might be a little high to start the round out, just keep working it down. Now, hold it off. Keep holding it off. Stick full back now.
Full back.
And then happy feet. So.
Happy feet, happy feet.
So I always forget to talk to people about that and get on the brakes a little bit. But yeah, it's it's a lot, very high workload after you touch down.
Nice.
All right, now let's get on the brakes.
Pittsburgh traffic, you get a white Aerobatics Champion down through the downwind.
Hey, really nice. That was a great first tail wheel landing there. Or I guess you have done it before, but
no, I've never done a landing.
Oh, okay.